I'm not guar, but I'm not the doodlebops. You know, it's stand-up comedy. It's not for kids. It's not like going back to stand-up. I never left. Like whenever we were on hiatus from a season of Corner Gas or Hiccups, I was on the road. I would hit the road right away, go on tour, because I get itchy if I don't. I mean, I feel like at my core, if you boil everything else away, it'd be a horrible mess, first of all. But I'm a stand-up. You know, I'm a greasy nightclub comic. That's what I am. Everything that I do hubs off that, spokes off of that. I'm blessed that I get to do a bunch of things, but really, what I am is a stand-up. I think my sense of humor is the same, but it's a very different beast. I mean, doing TV or film it's such a team sport. It's so collaborative. You're working with other writers and you're working with directors and cinematographers and other actors, and it's a real team sport. Stand-up is just me in front of the crowd saying what I want to say when I want to say it. There's no network I got to run it by. You know, the crowd, they're the ones that I run it by. They'll let me know right away whether it's any good or not. And so it's that immediacy that I love and that I always miss when I don't have it. I feel blessed that I get to do TV and film, and I hope I always get to do TV and film, but stand-up is the thing I could never walk away from. Things have changed a lot, I think. I mean, I'm a little bit out of the loop because I'm kind of out of the club scene, you know? When I travel, when I tour, we're usually playing theaters, and so I feel like I've kind of gotten out of the loop. But when I live in Vancouver, when I drop in to do spots at the clubs and work on new material, I'm always amazed how many really talented, funny young comics who've been doing it like 5 to 8 years there are out there, and like really original thinkers, really. You know, I kind of came along at a time when there was a comedy boom, and so you had to fill slots. So everybody kind of got down a polished, 15 minutes, a polished 30 minutes, and that was it. And you got plugged into going out on the road and doing these shows. Once the comedy boom died, it was kind of like, I feel like there was this wealth of comics who said, well, we can't make a buck doing this anyway, let's just do what we want to do. And it spurred this real creative community, and some of my favorite, funniest comics kind of blossomed out of that batch of guys and gals who were just doing it because they wanted to do it, not because they were going to make a buck at it. I see some filthy, filthy comics. Some of my favorite comics are filthy, brilliantly filthy. And other comics of mine, favorite comics of mine, are completely squeaky clean. I feel like funny and clean and funny and filthy have nothing to do with each other. It's all, there's something about authenticity that is at the root of comedy. And so if your agenda isn't to be clean, or your agenda isn't to be filthy, if your agenda is to be funny and let the chips fall where they may, that's the road to take. And for me, for whatever reason, the style that I take, I mean, my comedy developed with me joking around with my family, and you couldn't be filthy around mom and dad, or there would be hell to pay, heck to pay. So I think my style, my personal style, is kind of conversational, and it's clean for the most part because that's how I learned to be funny. But one of the things I always enjoyed about playing the clubs was people understand the show is uncensored. So if I have something that I feel is legitimately funny but it's kind of filthy, I have the freedom to do it. Now sometimes I feel like it's like you said, you assume I'm a clean Sometimes I'll look up and people have their 9-year-old in the front row. And you go, well, even if I'm clean, it's a 50-year-old guy talking about his taxes. Is this fun for a 9-year-old? So I always say I'm not guar. If people say, can I bring my 7-year-old? I'm like, well, I'm not guar, but I'm not the doodlebops. It's stand-up comedy. It's not for kids.